What's good, everybody? Welcome back to TFD. We got another one for you today. And man, it looks like Coach Stephanie White is staring down some serious heat after getting completely swept by the Golden State Valkyries. For this one, we're taking it straight back to Indy. So let's go. Now listen, I'll be the first to admit it. My call for that matchup? Way off. The Indiana Fever just flat out got handled. Outcoached, outplayed, and outworked from start to finish. Every angle of that game looked like Golden State had the upper hand. Stephanie White, honestly, she looked lost out there, almost like a deer caught in the headlights. And if you've been online, you know fans aren't holding back either. A lot of them are saying she was sabotaging the team or just didn't have a clue what to do. And I hate to say it, but the way things went down, it's kind of hard not to see where they're coming from. All right, y'all, let's slide over to X real quick and talk about what the homie EA was tweeting last night. Because honestly, some of his posts had me sitting back, really thinking on this whole situation. So here's what he said. If you watch Stephanie White and the Fever, you know exactly what he's talking about. They sat back in that zone defense, and man, the Valkyries absolutely torched them from deep. 3 after 3 after 3. And what really had people heated? Stephanie White just refused to adjust. No switch-ups, no counter, nothing. Then EA drops this one. Valkyries' own property now, fix the freaking clock. That was in reference to the game starting with all that shot clock chaos. Straight up amateur hour stuff. And then he followed it up with, LOL, so embarrassing. Which, let's be real, summed up exactly how a lot of fans were feeling in that moment. And here's where it really started to turn into smoke. So EA came out and dropped this bomb of a take, saying, is Stephanie White actually trying to lose this game on purpose? Running a zone defense against a team with 4 legit shooters on the floor, plus the fact that the Valkyries are literally the best three-point shooting squad in the league. It's just mind-blowing. And honestly, he's not lying. That's the exact type of matchup you don't want to run that scheme against. Then he goes on, I've defended this woman all season long, but after this, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. That's when you know the frustration is real. Fans who were ride or die for Steph are straight up throwing in the towel now. And if that wasn't enough, the Fever Valkyries' time delay dragged on so long it turned into a whole comedy show online. People were clowning, saying they should just start playing Connect 4 on the broadcast while waiting. Like, wow, that's how bad and embarrassing the whole situation got. And then man, this one right here really hit. EA straight up said, our coach actually thought playing zone was a good idea. Look at the Golden State Valkyries. These are the top gunners from deep. Like, bro, they're sitting at 30% from 3. And on a hot night, they'll light you up even worse. At what point do you, as a coach, stop letting teams run you out of the gym like this? This is bad. Real bad. And honestly, I'm at the point where I feel like Stephanie White's seat should be scorching right now. Because let's be real, she's shown way too many inconsistencies as the leader of this squad. Every time you think they're turning a corner, boom, they fall right back into the same mistakes. And yeah, I know a lot of folks are going to shift the blame, throw Caitlin Clark's name out there, even though she didn't even play this season. But nah, that excuse doesn't fly anymore. This one's on the coach, plain and simple. So yeah, Stephanie White caught some serious heat, and honestly, she deserved every bit of it. The Indiana Fever head coach? Man, we wish she was doing her job right, but let's keep it 100 here. If you're out here defending her, I gotta be real, you're not defending her for basketball reasons. You're defending her because she checks some boxes you identify with, and maybe you've been following the WNBA for reasons that got nothing to do with hoops. That's my gut feeling. Because on the court, she's failing. Point blank. The Fever have got to fire Stephanie White. How do you not run the offense through your best player? How do you make 0 adjustments when it's obvious what's killing you? And on top of that, letting your team keep chucking threes after bricking 30 of them? At some point you gotta say, yo, try something else. But nah, she just sat there and let it happen. Look at the numbers, 20% from 3-point range. 20%. That's coaching malpractice. And don't get it twisted, this loss is on Stephanie White. Stop tiptoeing around it. You think Becky Hammon would ever let Aja Wilson finish a game with only 7 shots and 4 points? Not in a million years. This isn't tough love, this is straight incompetence. Playing zone against the Valkyries, a team loaded with shooters? That's not just bad strategy, that's reckless. And to call it embarrassing is honestly too soft. People online are fuming. Some even saying Stephanie White and the Fever front office look like they're getting paid to lose. And when you've got Amber Cox in the mix, it feels like she's complicit too. No urgency, no emotion, no accountability. It's just flat-out painful basketball. Slow, predictable, outdated, like watching a team stuck in the past. And that's why fans are done. Not just frustrated, done. The coaching staff, the decisions, the front office. All of it. This isn't a team trying to win. This is a team just existing. Let's crack open that box score real quick, because she wasn't the only one who needed to be called out. None other than the superstar herself, Aaliyah Boston. And y'all know I got nothing but love for Boston. But man, where was she? She finished with just 4 points, 3 assists, and 6 boards. That's it. 4 points from your franchise cornerstone. Could it have been the travel? Maybe. But still, in a game like this? That's not enough. I had them picked to win. I truly believed this Fever squad wouldn't get swept by anyone this year. But boy, was I wrong. If Boston shows up the way we all know she can, Indiana wins this game. Straight up. Now, Natasha Howard gave you 13 and 6. Kelsey Mitchell put up 14, 3, and 2. But Odyssey Sims didn't bring much to the table. Luckily, Aerial Powers came through again. And honestly, it's always one or the other. At this point, the Fever might have to lock her up with an extension, because she's hooping. That means somebody's getting waived before the playoffs, though. Could it be Odyssey Sims? Could it be Shea Petty? Maybe Ari McDonald, Chloe Bibby, or even Sydney Colson. But the way Aerial Powers is balling, 17 points, 1 rebound for assists, you can't just let that walk. That's the exact spark you want to see off your bench. It's rough out here. DeWanna Bonner went down, and Natasha Howard? Look, she's had her moments this season, no doubt. But right now she's trending downward at the absolute worst possible time. And honestly, I got this sneaking suspicion. If Caitlin Clark had played the full season, Natasha Howard might not even be on this roster anymore. Because with Clark on the floor, Howard's touches and opportunities would have been way down. Might have even set her up for a full-blown meltdown, DeWanna Bonner style. But here we are again, Stephanie White making no adjustments. And I gotta ask, Steph, are you being straight with us about these player injuries? Are you holding back info or not giving us the real clarity? Something's not adding up. On top of that, you've got the same old problems, refusing to adjust when the Valkyries are raining threes from every corner of North America, not calling timeouts when momentum is slipping, sticking to the same dead-end defensive strategy like it's carved in stone. It's maddening. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. And my God, Caitlin Clark, please come back soon. I know the whole thing's a mess right now, but man, I just want to enjoy watching Fever basketball again. This right here? Yeah, we gotta learn from it. Stephanie White, you were the one who sat back and let the Valkyries go on those runs with the defensive scheme you rolled out there. That's just facts. Let's be real, y'all. How many times are we gonna watch the same story play out before something changes? But hey, I want to hear from you. Jump down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. And don't forget, keep those bells turned on, because I'll be dropping more content real soon.